Alright guys, it's Lieutenant Greasy here today with another beer review, and we're delving into Beer 52's Southwest box for November, and yeah, basically showcasing some Southwest breweries in the UK at least. Of course, one of the big talking points is the fact that there isn't any Verdant in there, but you know, there's more to Cornish brewing than Verdant, I suppose. And yeah, so anyway, I think this is a really interesting box. I've already had a couple of beers from breweries who I've had before, so it's like, yeah, it's nice to have just a few beers just to enjoy. Shock horror for a beer tuber, I guess. But yeah, today we're going over to for the first time, I think, I might have drank a beer that was brewed in collaboration. In fact, yes, I did. I was at Wigan Central in Wigan, duh, and I had a beer that they brewed. It was like a milk stout, I believe. Don't quote me on that. I did a little video, very awkward, filming beer reviews in a bar on my own. But yeah, and that was interesting. So yeah, got a tall boy of the Sweet Om, which is an American pale ale, clocking in at 3.8%, so a low ABV. So yeah, first and foremost, my referral link is down below for Beer 52 if you're interested by any of the beers that I've drank from the Beer 52 subscription up to this point. Then the link is down below for you to check them out and get yourself a box. And yeah, interesting stuff, especially when next month's theme is Boston. And we all know there are some great breweries in Boston. Anyway, and the surrounding areas. So yeah, Sweet Om is our latest venture into low ABV big flavour beers. A glowing straw-coloured pale invites you in to find bright aromas and flavours. Clementines, grapefruit and melon. Soft water chemistry paired with an elegant malt bill make this a really easy drinking pale that finishes with a light and breezy bitterness. Hops are Cascade and Eldorado. Malts are extra pale, flaked oats, or naked oats, dextrin, and terrified wheat. Don't you just love that joke? And yeah, 3.8% in a 440ml can. Best for 13th of May 2019, batch 1208. And really interesting artwork on this can. So if I can find out who is behind the artwork, link will be down below, because I always love to promote the artists involved in the actual branding of beer, because we're getting some of the most interesting and exciting, you know, design projects, and it's coming from craft beer, so of course I want to promote it. Anyway, so a low ABV APA. Let's see how this goes. I know there was a bit of a trend with table beers and the like. I think table beers at this point are still fairly popular. But oh my word, I was not expecting it to look like that. Yeah, that is a lovely hazy IPA. It's got that sort of like slightly cloudy, diluted lemon cordial look to it. Looks a bit bolder on camera. But yeah, it's almost like you've mixed some cream in some lemon curd. And then you've got this lovely 2 fingers worth of a white, fluffy, compact head. Yeah, it's definitely not looking like a 3.8% ABV beer so far. 3.8, yeah, got it right. Looks really good, actually. So, let's see. In fact, what does a really bad beer look like? Anyway, let's give it a sniff. It's a very gentle aroma. Definitely pick up that Cascade. You get that lovely citrusiness. Slightly sweet lemon. You definitely get those pale malts coming through. It's very crisp. Yeah, it's like a squeezed lemon in terms of the aroma. It's not punchy, it's not in your face. It's almost got this sort of like a vegetative sweetness to it, like almost like a herbal leafiness. Maybe a bit of like a fresh mint, a vibe. fresh mint vibe about it. But yeah, it's not the most exciting smelling beer, not gonna lie. But the flavours you do pick up on the nose smell really nice. It's a pleasant smelling beer. You get like that sort of like freshly cut grass aroma to it as well. Anyway, it reminds me of my garden in summer after watching someone else cut the grass for me. No, I'm not wealthy. I'm just a lazy fuck. So let's, in more ways than one, let's give it a taste. Cheers. And it's got the body of a 3.8% beer, but in a good way. You get this sort of like big, like feel in your mouth initially. A little bit of rice stuck between my teeth. I hope you didn't see that. But then it does fizzle out and get watery. But to be honest, what were you expecting with an ABV like this? A little bit of a spicy edge to it. Definitely the Cascade is the star of the show in this, because it's so citrusy but soft and sweet at the same time, and it does have that sort of herbal edge to it. So it's got that sort of like, not necessarily mint or parsley, but it's got like a nice vibrant herb character to it. Yeah, this is one of those beers that chilled down, you would just drink dead quick, and you get a lovely refreshment factor to it. And people say, oh yeah, but then it's cold and wet, so of course you're going to get refreshed. Have you actually drank an ice cold glass of water dead quick? You feel so full and almost sick. So I hate when people use that sort of detractor comment. Who the fuck am I? Like a YouTuber? Detractor memes. Oh, all my detractors in the comments. It's like, get over yourselves. You sit in front of a camera and pretend to have personality. Forgive me if, people don't like watching your videos. Am I talking to myself here? Am I actually directing this at my own content? I don't know. But yeah, it's a bit singy. There's like almost like a genuine lemon juice vibe about it. It always reminds you of like in the little plastic yellow containers that you put over like food and stuff, as opposed to like a freshly squeezed lemon, which has a bit more bite to it. It's like that lemon that you get in the little bottles that you put on your fish and chips or like your schnitzel or something like that. It just adds a little bit of like a zing to the beer. It's inoffensive, it's simple. They're not trying to go out of the way to be like, this is boom, 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 boom. They play it up a little bit on the blurb, as if they wouldn't. So I'm not going to be too harsh on it. I would say it's just not very exciting. But time and place for beers like this. Height of summer, beer garden, middle of the city, somewhere in Europe, I suppose, watching the wonderful ladies go by. What the fuck am I talking about sometimes in these videos? It's just one of simple, sit back, enjoy, turn your brain off, leave it at the door, and just enjoy a nice citrusy IPA. Or pale, I should say. And they've done it. They've done it with this. And it's a really nice, simple beer. But I can't help but feel that it might be missing something. But at the same time, I'm sure this is just one beer from a whole back catalogue from one brewery. I'm sure there's a beer that would tick that box from these guys. So, you can't really make those statements when you've only tried one beer by a brewery. You know what I mean? But on its own merits, and as a beer, I set this up so I could actually show off the cans and actually have something interesting to show on camera. aside from my fucking fat wonky face. Excuse me. Anyway, that's much better. Still awkwardly staged, off-centre. Could turn that around a bit more. Actually showed the logo on the glass properly. You know what I mean? It is what it is. And if you like it, you like it. If you don't, I don't blame you. Anyway. Yeah, it's a nice, simple beer. I think we've become too accustomed to hazy juice bombs at this point, although there is a bit of a push. We tried the Brut IPA, but rarely... Who likes Brut IPAs? Let's be honest. And yeah, this is just a simple session beer. And it's simple, like a session beer should be. So, you know, would I buy this again? I definitely would. I'd happily devour like a 4-pack of this. You know what I mean? Perfect to go along with a barbecue, even though I'm recording this on the 1st of December. But yeah, perfect to go over curry. It's versatile, simple, and enjoyable. And it's a shame that every beer nowadays has to have some like USP or like one overriding, dominating character that sets it apart from all the other beers out there. But no, what these guys have done is just brewed a really solid, enjoyable session pale ale. Who am I getting angry at? I don't know. Anyway, so if you've tried it, let me know your thoughts, opinions. I'm going to give this one a very solid 7.5 out of 10. And I want to try more beers from these guys. Because if this is what a session pale ale tastes like, then what's a beer with a higher ABV and jam full of hops or adjuncts or going into malt bases and, you know. I think we've become way too spoiled as a beer drinking sort of movement. I think we really have. But yeah, if you love your citrusy flavours and you like beers and you like bodies, you like drinkability, you actually like beer for what it was actually made for, then you're going to really enjoy this. And I don't know who I'm being angry at, by the way. I do apologise. I've got no reason to be, but I am. Anyway, so 7.5 out of 10. Check out the brewery. If you've tried it, let me know your thoughts, opinions down below. If any of my friends have tried this one, then their links will be in the description box also. And yeah, go check out Beer 52, because this was actually a really interesting box so far, and you will be seeing a few beers, which you can actually see kind of make on, because I've moved them up to that top shelf. That was pointless, wasn't it? Pretty much sums up the whole video. So thank you for watching, and hopefully you won't have tied a noose around your neck and offed yourself out of tedium. Bye. Did not even intend to fan myself, but hey ho, well, that's the way she be. See you guys later. I should delete this video.